Deep in the heart of Sri Lanka's dense jungle lies a secret cannibal cave, shrouded in mystery with over 32,000 years of human history hidden inside. Much of it remains unexplored, undocumented, and untouched. So I set off on a mission to try find this secret cave and uncover whatever historic relics time may have left behind. But this adventure went horribly wrong, and by the end I was running as fast as I could out of the jungle. Alright everyone, we are at the start of the trail, heading towards this secret cave. And now I will say this is not technically the start of a hiking trail. This is, would you believe it, a road. Now I've been driving around in a tuk-tuk, that's how I'm getting to the hiking spots. And I tried doing this road via tuk-tuk and I was bumping all over the place. It was just a no-go for me. Here is a visual representation of how driving on this road was for me. And so to avoid blowing up, I had to park back at the main road, which changed my plans drastically. I had originally planned to drive all the way up the mountain to here, where I could then start hiking into the jungle. But because I now had to hike to this section too, it would take an extra 2 hours just to reach the jungle. And this created a bit of a problem. So because of this mess up on my side, I am going to be in a real race against time to get up to the cave before the sun sets. I have to go pretty quick along this road, and it is a hot old day. So I'm getting my exercise, that's for sure. But that wasn't the only challenge I'd have to face on this adventure. There was an even bigger problem ahead, one that could make or break the entire journey. For the jungle section of my hike, I couldn't find a single record of a trail leading to the cave. All trails commute, Google Maps, nothing shows up. So I'm going as close as I can to the cave, and then hopefully, once we hit forest, there will be a trail that opens up. That is best case scenario. Worst case scenario, we get lost in a country where there are lots of leopards. So I set off on my hike up the mountain, hoping that this adventure would go smoothly. But from the intro of this video, you already know that wouldn't be the case. Look at this. Look at this road. Why wasn't this there at the start? It's just all of a sudden become the most amazing road ever created. Oh my goodness, I gotta save myself a lot of time. More of a workout, I suppose. Hello, cutie pie. Wow, look at this road. This is super scenic. I still can't get over how stunning the nature is in Sri Lanka. It is an incredibly beautiful country. It's also incredibly hot. Woo! There's a big bag of sweat. But fortunately for me, my luck was about to change as I heard the distant rattle of a tuk-tuk engine. Hi, listen. Oh, it's okay? Oh, thank you. You're a savior. Thanks to the kindness of this local driver, I was back on track, racing up the mountain. But what I didn't realize was that an even bigger challenge was waiting for me ahead. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. That was so kind. So I've got about another 30 minutes on this road, and then we should hopefully reach the area where the road will turn to a trail. We will have to see. So this here that I'm walking beside is what I believe is a tea plantation. This is where they harvest tea, and Sri Lanka is known for some of the best tea in the world. Sri Lanka is actually one of the world's top tea producers. Tea was introduced in 1867 by a Scottish planter, James Taylor, after a disease wiped out the island's coffee crop. The switch was a game changer, and today Sri Lanka produces around 5% of the world's tea. Its lush plantations are now world famous, and Ceylon tea is considered some of the best you can drink. And I gotta say, I have had the tea in Sri Lanka, and I will back it up that it is perhaps the best tea I've ever drank. And you can kind of see why if this is where it's made. Hello. Very cool.
Where are you going?
Belena Cave.
Okay.
Have you been? You went to Belena Cave?
No, I am going to Andungalla.
Oh, a waterfall.
Oh, yeah.
Very nice. Enjoy. This sounds great.
Thank you.
All right, see you guys. Bye-bye. Oh, am I going the right way?
Oh.
This way, Belena?
Oh.
Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Honestly, I am completely lost. I have went a couple of directions and locals have stopped me along the way and said, no, this way. They've been really helpful. They haven't said exactly which way. My navigation is not working in these mountains, so we just gotta hike and see. It looks like we are getting into the rainforest now. Look at this. This is promising. Question is down there or here? I'm gonna go here. I really am just guessing. Somewhere in this jungle is this secret cannibal cave. Over 32,000 years of human history in it. It is hidden in the trees somewhere here. Now let's dive into the history of this cave, because it is both fascinating and potentially very dark. It is the oldest prehistoric site in Sri Lanka, a place where archaeologists uncovered the remains of a 32,000-year-old skeleton, believed to be one of the first humans to inhabit this land. Alongside him, they found ancient tools. But this is when things take a chilling turn. Some discoveries suggest that cannibalism may have taken place here, though the truth does remain a mystery, still debated to this day. Alright, we have reached the end of the paved road and the start of the jungle. Wow, epic but a bit intimidating, look at this. Now I need to pause here for a second because this is where things take a strange turn, and I need to explain exactly what happened next. Once I entered the jungle, I was very happy to find a trail that was easy to follow, but I was not so happy about what happened next. Oh, I hear people. Not long after stepping onto the path, two men appeared from the trees and began to follow me. They didn't speak to me, just matched my pace, stopping if I stopped and walking when I walked. I thought it was a bit weird, but didn't think much of it, so continued on the short hike up to the cave. Here we go, here is the cave. But then things got stranger. Off camera, one of the men asked me to follow him, saying he wanted to show me something. I refused multiple times, but he didn't take no for an answer. And during this time, the other man stayed behind me. Feeling uneasy, I started recording. I've been joined by some friends. They're showing me around. Very cool. I thought it was a bit strange that as soon as I began filming, they moved out of the shot. But I tried to ignore them and stayed focused on filming the cave I'd worked so hard to reach. Yet every time I lowered the camera, they would tell me to follow them as they wanted to show me something. At this point, I did feel quite uncomfortable, but I decided to give them the benefit of the doubt. I think these guys want to show me something. All right. We're going this way? But when I finally saw what they wanted to show me, everything changed. Wow. It was an abandoned house, and they wanted me to go in first. Okay, I'll follow you, after you. And at this point, out of the corner of my eye, I noticed one of the men was moving behind me. And at that moment, my gut instinct kicked in loud and clear. Get out now. I'm just gonna get one more shot, okay? One more shot. Oh, sorry, I'm just shooting, filming, and doing more. And then I'll come, okay? I stayed calm, acted like I wasn't suspicious, and slowly walked back towards the entrance. But it seemed like they didn't want me to leave. I'll come soon, I just want to shoot this. But you go, I'll stay, and then I come later. I'm just filming everything. Okay? Okay. So I pretended to take the shot, and when I saw they were distracted, I made my move. At first, I walked at a normal pace, as off camera I had told them I'd forgotten something on the trail. But then, I heard footsteps coming after me, and that's when I ran. Oh, I'm gonna have a sit. Alright guys, so I have made it to safety. I wanted to wait until I was off the isolated road because there's only one way up and one way down to that cave. The adrenaline is rushed out of me. I ran down that mountain. That's why I'm very, very sweaty. That's probably a bit confusing as to what happened. I didn't want to film too much. I didn't want to film them too much because you don't know how they react. Firstly, I want to say sorry. Sorry I left the cave so early. I would have loved to have explored it. It's an incredible site with incredible history. And yeah, I worked really hard to kind of get there. So it's a real shame that we couldn't explore it. And now what I would say, you know, is they could be extremely friendly and they just genuinely wanted to show me something in that abandoned house, and I just so happened to walk by and they're like, we're going up there anyway, oh, you know, we'll show him something. And I've had those experiences here in Sri Lanka where locals want to show me something and they're super friendly and lovely. This to me just didn't feel like that, and so I was better safe than sorry, and so I got out of there. This is a decision that I made. These guys could have been nice and genuinely wanting to show me something. That is just not what I felt in the moment, and I've just got to trust that gut instinct, especially when I'm out there remote on my own. I've just got to trust my gut, and so that's what I did. I don't mean to discourage anyone or paint anyone in a bad light. I'm just saying how I felt in the situation and how I dealt with it. Anyway guys, thank you for watching. I'm sorry for maybe a more negative video, but yeah, lesson I would say here is just trust your gut. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next adventure, which hopefully will be a lot more positive.